Hey everybody, this is Head on a Spike here with a massively huge haul video, both from Brick Fair and also just from stuff that I've gotten over the past few months that I just haven't even shown you guys yet. And some of it is crazy, as you can see in this little teaser view I have here. So I think what I'm going to do first, this is mainly a Brick Fair video haul of what I just did, all the stuff I got from Brick Fair, like the past, it was on, what, 2 weekends ago? Yeah. I'm going to show you all the stuff I got from Brick Fair, but first I'm going to show you all this stuff, yeah, including this thing, which is awesome. This is actually a pen. This is like a Lego lightsaber pen. It's amazing. I got this, for example, from Bricks Minifigs in Richmond, Virginia, because I went to Richmond recently as like a little vacation getaway with my girlfriend. So I'm gonna show you all that stuff before I show all the Brick Fair stuff, and let's start with the craziest things first, which is let me set up our classic looks here. So first things first, I'm gonna show you are these amazing Lego sets. Okay, this stuff is, I couldn't believe that I saw these. Let me go through the story. Let me just go through the story here. So the story is, once upon a time, I was at a store I like to go to called Tosche Station. And that is in Virginia. There is Tosche Station Echo Base, and there is Tosche Station regular Tosche Station, which is in Springfield. And when I first went there, it was a few years ago. They had some really cool minifigures, so I knew about the place already, maybe like 2020-ish. But then when I went there recently, I had some other figures from this haul that I'm going to show you that I didn't need, and I traded them all in and got tons of store credit. And with the first thing I got was actually this Deadshot. I didn't have him. He was like $15, but I got him for free from store credit. He's in good condition, no cracks, and I just didn't have him, and I'm trying to collect all the DC villains. So I thought that was like a cool guy to get. But then I had all this other store credit, and I was like, all right, well, Echo Base doesn't have as much stuff that I want to check out, so let me check the other Tosche Station in Springfield and use the remaining of my store credit. And thank goodness I did, because when I was there, they had almost all of the Star Wars 1999 system Lego sets, including this baby right here. This, my friends, is the very first Lego set I ever got as a child. I was 4 or 5 years old when this came out in 1999. And God, look at this condition. This box is just perfect condition. Looks like it was just on the shelf like just a little bit ago, and it was $60. With my remaining store credit, I got it down to $30. As you can see, he changed the price, and I thought like $30 for this like super mint condition perfect Lego set, Land Speeder. I was like, that is an utter steal. So I had to get this. And then my best friend, look at that 1999, isn't that beautiful? My best friend was there with me, and he got this one, which is the very first Lego set ever made, actually, for Star Wars. The very first Star Wars set ever made in history. It's called the Lightsaber Duel. It's this set. It comes with Darth Maul and Qui-Gon. Also, perfect condition box. This baby was actually $80. So when he bought it, I gotta admit, I was a little bit jealous. And I was like, hey man, you know how big of a Star Wars collector I am. Do you want to be a buddy and like do like a trade for this? And he was like, all right, sure. We're best friends for like 20 years. Let's do a trade. So I gave him one of my own sealed sets from my personal collection for this one, along with like a chrome lightsaber hilt, because he didn't have one. He wanted one from one of his customs. And then he gave me this, and now I have both of them. And I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. It does have this little opening here just from age and due time. It's still it's basically still sealed. So it's not as mint condition as the Land Speeder, but it's still pretty good. This little flap is because like the glue has dried over time, so it's like a little bit opened, this little flap here, but it's still really good condition. And these things go on Bricklink for like easily like 120, maybe more, and he got it for 80, and I got it for a trade with him. So then after I got those two, I was like, that's cool, but it's not enough because I want more. I want more. So I went back and traded all this other stuff to get the snow speeder. I was trying to get the X-Wing. They had the original X-Wing as well, but they didn't. It wasn't there when I went back. It was gone. Someone else saw it and grabbed it. And man, they had some amazing sets. They had like the Y-Wing versus Darth Vader's TIE fighter set that was sealed. They had the X-Wing, like I said, and they had they still have the Millennium Falcon 2000 version for $600. I was like, I'm not paying that. And they also have still, I believe, the they have the Gungan sub from 1999 as well with Jar Jar and Obi-Wan. Yeah, that set. That set was about $250. So this baby was $130. But I got it for I got it $50 off. So I only had to I got it $100-ish, about $80 off. I only had to pay $50 for this set, $50 cash, to get this beauty, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. I traded him all this other stuff that I used to have, like these old Star Wars action figures, which I gave him about half of my collection. I thought that was a pretty fair deal, that he took that for store credit to get this set. They're showing you all the sides, because I know it's a special set for a lot of people. Yeah, I love this side too, with those retro figures. Yeah, I love that. In the back, look at the condition in this thing. I just can't get over how amazing this condition is. I love these little builds. It has so much character that you didn't used to have, that you don't have anymore with like modern day sets. I just love these little builds. There's just so much charm in them somehow. And then the last thing I got from Tosche Station when I went back a fourth time, no, third time. It wasn't the fourth time, it was the third time I went back. Because I still wanted another one. I wanted to get 2 big sets and 2 small sets. So the 2 small with the land speeder and the jet lightsaber duel. And the bigger ones was one, the snow speeder for the original trilogy. Then I got the Naboo fighter. It's not Naboo Starfighter, it's Naboo fighter. I got this for, it was $150. And by that point, I didn't have many more things to trade, so I still had to pay about $100 for it, which is pricey, I admit. But even on Bricklink right now, it's still about $150, $180, maybe even $200 for this set. So I think it was still a pretty good deal. This one's pretty sought after, so that's why I think it was more, and it was harder to get like a good trade with. Oh, this little Darth Maul face there. It's awesome. Yeah, there's the prices. You can see $150. And over here we got Anakin and the droids. Pretty cool. That's an exclusive tile right there I found out on Bricklink. That's only in this one set. And then the back looks like this. And I'm never, ever, ever going to open these. I cannot reiterate that enough. These will remain sealed in my collection for as long as I live. Will my dead body, will they ever be, like, built? My children and grandchildren, I hope they keep these sealed. But who knows, I can't predict the future. But in my lifetime, will keep these sealed forever. They're very special to me, all these 1999 sets. I never got this one or the snow speeder as a kid growing up, so it's kind of cool to have them now as an adult. And yeah, I said, this condition, it looks like it's brand new off the shelf. It looks like I time traveled to 1999 and grabbed these, and then got back into my DeLorean and ended up here with these. It's insane how good these look. I'm really, really happy about them. Anywho, enough of that. That is the sets that I wanted to show you guys. And now I will start with the minifigure hauls that I got. First of all being this one. This whole haul, this is about half the figures. The other half of things I already had that I gave to Tosche Station, actually, when I got the store credit for those sets. This is the half that remains that I got to keep myself, because these are all unique figures that I don't have yet in my collection. This originally on Facebook? No, maybe it was... Yeah, I think it was Facebook Marketplace. This originally was like... Or eBay. Maybe it's eBay, I forget which. It was $300 to get this whole lot of figures. And I was like, that's a lot. And then I talked him down to 100, like 100 something. And then shipping was like, you know, $10 and tax was like $30 sort of thing. And ended up being about 149-ish from 300 to get all these guys. And all the other ones that I gave away because I already had them. So these are the ones that I kept. I just don't have a lot of these characters. Like this is like a Gwen Stacy's father, like the Captain Stacy. Not a great figure, but the hair's nice, and that is like the old Doc Brown headpiece, kind of fun. I'm just going to show you the lame ones first. This is actual Gwen Stacy. Like I said, most of these are from the UCS Daily Bugle, and I just never got that set, so I never had these characters. I just think it's cool to have them because I love all the Spider-Man characters. It also has this Green Goblin who's from the Daily Bugle. Very nice figure. I always like this old like satchel look from the comics. I got the Korg from the Thor's Bro House. It's a great dual molded arms. I didn't have that. And of course it came with Fat Thor, who I didn't have yet. When he's like, you know, in Endgame, feeling sorry for himself. Came with Peter. No, that's not Peter Parker. That's the girl who I forget the name of, but she's in the Daily Bugle set. Here's Peter Parker. This nice red jacket and this Indiana Jones satchel. It's very cool. Still moving along. We got this Aunt May. I'm just gonna go through everything. Yeah, just grab like a big old bowl of popcorn. You can watch this whole haul. That's the whole point. I got Betty Brant, who I'm very excited to have. I really like this one a lot because I always loved Elizabeth. Why am I forgetting her name? The actress who was in Hunger Games and also in the Lego Movie. I feel bad, but yeah, she's also in Spider-Man in the Spider-Man original trilogy with Sam Raimi and Tobey Maguire. Betty Brant, she plays. I can't even forgetting her name. Elizabeth something. I'll think of it eventually. But I think she's awesome to have as a minifigure. I never thought they'd actually make her of all the characters. And I got Ben Urich, I believe was his name. He's also from Spider-Man movies. I got the original Falcon from that 2012 Lego set. This is not Daily Bugle, I know, but he's not a whole lot of money, but I just thought it was cool that he came in this lot. So he's not super expensive, but he's just cool to have him. Because I didn't. I do love these red wings. They only come out in one of the figure. That's the Super Android or whatever. I don't have that figure either, but it's cool that I have the Falcon. The comic version. I also got this random AIM soldier, which I actually, funny enough, didn't even have any AIM soldiers. This jetpack. Not that interesting. Good stuff is coming later. Don't worry, I promise. and I also got a Doc Ock. This version of Doc Ock I never had, actually. And I already have some ideas for customs for this character, so I'm glad I have him. I never got a Doc Ock like this until now. So that's pretty helpful. I love his arms. They're very, very cleverly made. All these little hinge pieces. Very different from the original 2004 version, which I also have. Got this new version of Star-Lord, which looks super snazzy. I love the hairstyle. It's like Elvis Presley. And I love these dual molded legs. These are gorgeous legs. These dark red and black. It looks so good. I love that. I got the new version of Ant-Man with this helmet when they finally got the helmet right. When it's finally closed instead it has a little smiley face underneath. I never liked that. I also never got this Ant-Man, so I'm glad to finally have that. I got Mysterio, this comic book version of Mysterio. He came in the Daily Bugle. That was great to have because I love this helmet. It's sick. Again, these are all figures I just never had before. I'm just happy to have them. Then I got J. Jonah Jameson. He was also in that lot. I love his little pen, and I love the webbed face from when Spidey says, like, Mom and Dad are talking here. I thought that was hilarious. They added that. He's not that much money either, but I just didn't have him, and he just came in this giant lot, so I was happy to get him. And last but not least, it did come with Blade, who you guys should obviously know that I have because of the last custom I just made on this channel for Blade from the Deadpool Wolverine movie. I have the actual figure here, and he's in minty condition. Very, very nice. Very awesome to have him. He's like the only really cool figure, the last one that I didn't actually have from the giant lineup of figures from the Daily Bugle. He was like the last one I really wanted, because I had Firestar, I had Black Cat, I had Daredevil, I had Punisher, I just didn't have Blade, so now I do. So that is awesome. Alright, I'm going to just put these guys over there in this big old pile. This is going to be getting a very crowded desk very soon. Alright, now let's talk about... okay, this stuff. This is some other figures that I just got recently from various Bricks and Minifigs. I got a little toucan because I didn't have that from my animal collection. This is some cheaper stuff. This is stuff I got from somewhere, some Bricks and Minifigs, I think. I don't remember which one. I have Photon now. This is the CMF version. I love these arms. I actually didn't have her. I'm not going to spend much time on her. I didn't even have Echo, which I just used for Electra, for my custom minifigure of her on this channel. Really nice CMF character. I have the new version of Bib Fortuna. I got this from All Time Toys, actually. That's where I got him. And actually, that's where I got Photon, too, actually. Yeah, I think I got Photon and Bib Fortuna from All Time Toys, just from, like, you know, they're really cheap. I just didn't have this Bib Fortuna. I have, like, their OG one from 2003, but I didn't have the new one. So that was fun to get. This I know I did get from Bricks and Minifigs for, like, a nice trade, because I helped the owner out, figure out that he has a wrong head for the 2002 Obi-Wan Kenobi. He had the wrong head, then I found the actual right head in his giant box of heads, and then he gave me a discount for this Grandmaster figure, and I was like, thanks, dude. It was, like, you know, 15, and I bought it for, like, you know, 10. So that was kind of nice of him that he did that for me, because I helped him out. I just never had this character, this Jeff Goldblum from Ragnarok. It's cool to have him. Yeah, he's not that much money, but he's just a cool figure. And I do like his torso. It's a very nice print. So yeah, that was cool. And then I also, as you saw in the video I just posted of the review of the book, here is the 25th anniversary Darth Maul, which I do now have in my collection, because I bought the book and I built the figure, and his lightsaber is here. So yeah, I have that too. It's a really cool figure. Time will tell how much he'll be worth in the future, but I have a feeling if you can find this guy, grab him now. I just have a feeling he'll be a good one to invest in for the future. If you guys are thinking about it, just do it. Trust me. I think you will thank me later. All right. Next up, we're getting to some of the crazier stuff now. Crazier. Still not quite there yet, but we're getting there. Alright, this is also from Bricks and Minifigs, a different version, different one. This is the one in, oh, where was it? Is this the one in Richmond? I think this is the one in Richmond. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one in Richmond. The other stuff I was showing you was from All Time Toys and the other Bricks and Minifigs in Herndon, Virginia. All over the place. So the first things first is I finally got the new version of Captain Rex. I found it at Target for $10. I got the little, you know, microfighter. I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome. I love this figure. It's so great. Didn't have the waist cape, so I had to buy a custom one from Bricks and Minifigs, actually. And with the waist cape, it looks even better. I love this waist cape. It's only like $4 to buy this. I highly recommend it. It really just elevates the figure to a whole new level. Yeah, it really looks good. And I love this. I love the pauldron that it came with. This nice dark blue. Ugh, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I'm so glad that anyone and everyone can buy him. So no one has to feel left out like before with the 2013 one. So that was great to get him. While I was in Richmond as well, I also found the Cedric Diggory from a book. This is from the Harry Potter book. I was able to find this figure. Really cool one. He's exclusive. Has a little wristwatch. This is the brand new one that just came out in the newest Harry Potter Visual Dictionary. I really like it. I like the little bubble thing it has on his face. That's cool. And then I was able to find at the Bricks and Minifigs in Richmond, Mandarin, who I didn't have yet. Very cool figure. I always like collecting all the Marvel villains. I don't know why. I just do. I also found Black Widow with her Christmas sweater, which I didn't have yet. That was great to find because I have all the other ones now. The newest one I don't have with Miles Morales, but I'm going to get him eventually soon too. I just got the Spider-Man, so I got the Black Widow to go with that one. They both came from the same one. And I also got General Veers, who I didn't have yet in my collection. And he's a really awesome figure. I love the dual molded legs. It's so funny. Like, when I actually got him, he didn't have the dual molded legs. He had just the gray legs, and he was like, $15. When I threw on some spare dual molded legs that I had, the dark gray with the black, then he was like, $30 to $50. So it's just crazy how much just this one part, even though it's a cheap part, it just completely changes his value, even though the rest of him is the same. It's just kind of funny how Lego works that way. And I also got the original, well, one of the original earlier ones of Albus Dumbledore. This is such a cool figure. I always wanted him as a kid. He only came out in one set in 2004, I believe. This was like kind of the movie 3 version of Dumbledore. He still has that old face print that he first got from 2001 when he first came out. But this is on a flesh tone instead of a yellow skin tone. I really like this figure. I also love his torso. I'll show you what that looks like on camera. It's a really, really nice torso print. I think it's really cool how it's like kind of reflective and kind of like a periwinkle. It's really unusual. It's very simple, but somehow there's like I always say, sometimes the older figures just have this simplicity, the simplistic charm to it that I just really, really appreciate that Lego did. They didn't have to make this reflective paint, but they did, and it really elevates this whole figure to a whole other level. And it's only in that one set, and it was a really expensive set. I think he only came out in that version of the 2004 Hogwarts, and I just never got that as a kid. So I was happy to find the figure for $15 or something, and yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And now I have him in the collection. And then last but not least, I went to another place that I never heard of before called the Toy Guys. And they're in Richmond as well, on 4911 West Broad Street. Highly recommend checking that place out if you're in Richmond. And I got Herchik Volboski-Poo, who's in the UCS Cantina. He was the last figure I needed to complete the entire series of figures from the Cantina. All the exclusive ones, anyway. I didn't bother getting that version of Greedo or that Sand Trooper because I already have both of those. I just have different versions. But he's a completely unique character, along with Garandin and the Deveronian and Cabe and Dr. Evezon and Ponda Baba and Moma Nadon. All those guys are really special and exclusive aliens, and I just wanted to get all the aliens. So he was the last one I needed. So I only got him for $10, so it was a pretty good deal. Okay, now we're getting into crazier stuff that some people will find crazy than others, some will not. So this here, I'm going to go to the least crazy first. I got this CMF Storm. I got her from the Bricks Minifigs in South Carolina, that branch. I just really love this figure. I never got her before. I love this Lightning. I love collecting the X-Men figures, so I really wanted to get her, and I was able to find her there for $8. It was super cheap. While I was there, I was able to make the Director minifigure, which is based off of Steven Spielberg from the Studios line. If you guys don't know this, I'm an actor, so when I figured out that that's who he was based off of from the old Studios sets in 2001, I was like, I have to make this. This is awesome. And they had all the parts there, so I was able to complete him. So I have Steven Spielberg in my collection now. Even he's not that much money, but it's just cool to have him. What is worth some money, this is a crazy, crazy figure that not a lot of people even know about. This, here's the silhouette. The bunny. The Nesquik bunny. This is a legendary figure that really falls through the cracks a lot of the time. A lot of people don't even know this exists. This is kind of one of those ancient relics that people don't talk about because they don't know about it, and it's kind of weird. I found him for a really good deal. He's from the Studio set line. He has that old head, that old T head. he has a very simple figure. He just has this big blue N on his chest. And they still have the Lego logos, though, from the old days, even back then. See that? And what makes them so expensive is mostly just this crazy head mold. This is plastic. This is like kind of flexible-ish plastic. It's not rubber like they would do nowadays when they have like a big crazy mold like this. It's completely unique, only to this character. Frankly, only made once for this minifigure, but it was also in like a little racer poly bag thing that came out from maybe McDonald's. I don't even know, but it was 2001, and I got him on eBay. He was like, I don't know, $100, but I dealed him down to like 70-ish, I think, because when he was selling him, he had the wrong hands and the wrong legs. They were black instead of brown. And I was like, well, I can maybe find those other colors, the right colors in my collection, and luckily I was able to. So now he's got the right parts. But that's why I got a good deal for him. So this goes to show you, sometimes when you're on eBay and you want to get a really expensive figure, you should try to get one that is a little bit messed up. Not in the way that it's like damaged, but there's the wrong parts. Because sometimes you can save a good chunk of money just by finding the other parts yourself. And that's what I did. So instead of having to pay like over $100 for this figure, I only had to pay like 70-ish because I was innovative enough to search around and scout out different places in the world of Lego to find the right hands and the right legs. So now he's complete and he's perfect. He's in really good condition too. There's no hairline cracks or anything. Really unusual figure, and I'm really happy to have him. I always loved chocolate milk as a kid, so drinking chocolate milk, I love that shit. Anyway, so yeah, moving along. Now we are talking about other crazy stuff that I traded for. We're almost ready for the the Brick Fair haul. My goodness, it's already 30 minutes in, pretty much. All right, so these three guys I was able to trade for. Just do a random trade I found off of Facebook Marketplace. This guy, super nice guy, super chill, and I traded him various stuff for these crazy figures. I traded like an OG General Grievous and like $20 to get this Scarlet Spider. This is a perfect minifigure. He's no cracks, nothing wrong with him. He usually goes for about $70 to $100, and I got him for just a trade from that Grievous and $20. Maybe it was like a messed up sand red battle droid from 2003. Yeah, pretty good deal. He's authentic. He just has red legs, so this Scarlet Spider I've always had my eye on for a while. He came from the bridge battle set, the big Spider-Man bridge battle, and I always liked that set. I just never bought it because I wasn't really into Lego when it first came out in 2016. That was one of my darker years. So this one just kind of slipped through my fingers, but I always loved the character in the comics, and I was really glad to finally get a good deal for him now, especially for that low of a price. I was also able to snag a UCS TIE Fighter pilot. He's UCS from 2015. He has this gorgeous arm printing, which I just go crazy over. Really, really nice figure. He's only in that one set. I traded some other stuff for him, like, I don't even remember now. I have a whole list somewhere, but I was just so happy to get him. And he also threw in a Nightwing for me, because I didn't have Nightwing. And he was like trying to he's only wanted like Star Wars stuff, so he was like, yeah, I'll throw in a Nightwing too. So I was like, thanks, dude. Because I didn't even have this version of Nightwing, so. Very cool, very happy to get all three of these figures from him in one fell swoop. Very, very cool. All through trading in like a little bit of $20 there, and great deal. Alright, now we're almost ready for all the Brick Fair stuff. Last but not least, I got the Cal Kestis from the 25th anniversary version of him from the Star Destroyer set. Great figure. I also was able to complete this Scarecrow because I got his hat finally. this 2012 version of Scarecrow. He's actually gotten a little bit more expensive, so I was happy to get him now out of the collection. And then very recently, I was able to acquire with this Neon Numb from the brand new Sarlacc set. You can see it's very authentic with the little Lego logo. Yep. And yep, there it is. I only paid like $30 to get Neon Numb. I thought that was a great deal, much better than paying, you know, what is it, $80 for the Sarlacc pit. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, I love that. I've been waiting for a Neon Numb since like what, 2012, maybe earlier than that. I wanted this character forever. Like, why would they never make it? Like, it's just ridiculous to me that they wouldn't make him until now. They had 10 Numb back in like 2014 or 2010. I don't know, with the B-Wing. I have that set, but I never made Neon Numb. And they made another version of him and another B-Wing, but it was still not Neon. So I'm glad they have him now. And the other figure I got recently from the same seller, actually, who I got the Neon Numb from, was Admiral Yularen, or Yularen, whichever you want to call him. Yularen. And this is such a great figure. This is from the UCS Venator. And actually, I'm going to tell you guys a little preview sneak peek that both Yularen and Neon Numb I'm going to be using for a custom very soon on my channel. 2 different customs. And you guys will get to see a little sneak preview of why I got these figures. Very, very nice. Oh, that looks so cool. And now, hey, guess what? Guess what? Now I can say, look, I have the Venator. Even though I don't. But here are the 2 figures. Lol, 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 lol. So that's awesome. I got him for like $30 also. I thought that was a pretty good deal. Really happy that I was able to score him and Neon both in the same seller, so they just shipped both in the same package to me, which got here in like just a few days. Really, really awesome. Super nice seller. Super nice guy. Great deals all around. Okay, now we can talk Brick Fair. As tradition goes, let's do figures after all the other stuff I got. So, accessories and all that fun stuff first. And then we can talk about the figures that I got. Alrighty. Woo! Crazy stuff. Alright, here we go. I got a white Batman cowl, because that might be cool to collect from the Arctic Batman. Let's see here. Here is a black Batman cowl in case I want to make like another Batman figure for somebody somewhere. I don't know what head is stuck in here, but I'll get it out eventually. I'm sure it's nothing important. I'm sure it isn't anything important. There's a Spider-Man head. This is little stuff. Cooler things. I got grapes. This is some green grapes. I also found some red grapes and some black grapes, or you can call them purple. I love adding the food to my food collection, so that was great. I found this like little custom glass for like a fancy guy, for like maybe like Kingpin. He would have this in his office. I love this piece. It's very well molded. I also found like a little martini, like a little lemon. It looks adorable. And I found 2 other mixed drinks. And then this like I don't actually drink, but I know these look cool, so I just had to get them. I love how they made these. There's like little fruits inside them. And they're just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous little molds here. And the third one I got was like this one. This kind of orange. It's like an island punch. I love the little straw. Oh, it's just so cool. I just couldn't say no to those. I also got a new dagger. This is like a nice Dupin dagger. There's like a silver blade. It's like dual molded, so it's got like a black handle and like a silver blade. That was very cool. I think I got this from Brick Tactical. I'm not sure. A lot of these things I got from them, but there's other places too. I got this like golden hatchet, also dual molded. It really looks really sick for like a Skyrim mock. It'd be awesome for like an elven war axe, because it's like got that gold blade. It'd be awesome. I got some droid arms because mine are always breaking, so those are not very interesting. I got an orange snake because I don't have that in my animal collection. I also have a blue snake. I have some green ones, but not those colors. Some hair. Little blaster. These things aren't that interesting. Oh, here's like a Halo battle rifle. Thought that was cool. I don't know if I have this version. I have a lot of other Halo weapons, but I always forget which version from which game that I have, so I just like grabbed one of those and a DMR from Halo Reach. Here's like a little lyre for like a bard minifigure. I thought that was really cool. Here's a musical note for when the bard is playing. A little treble clef. Not a musical note, it's treble clef. That was funny. I found a little fishy. Isn't that adorable? Glub, glub, glub. Oh, I found a plasma rifle. And this might be a new version of plasma rifle. I think they changed the mold, so I was like, oh, I'll take that too. That's awesome. Here's a little custom torso that I might use for one of my Mara Jades because I think it looks good. I really like how they made the belt look. This is a totally like UV printed, but I still like how it looks, so I might use it. It is on a Lego brick, a Lego torso, but it's like, you know, not a Lego print. I got a new Elite. I had a blue one, and then I was like, I like the dark blue one more, so I bought this one this year. I got this one this year. And I like how he looks. I think he looks great. It looks a lot more accurate to the game, I think, than the other ones, than the one I got last year. I also got some Maulers. I think these were brand new this year. They actually turn. And it has like a really, really sharp, pointy like blade, like when you like melee people. So I got two of those because they were just too cool not to have two of them. And I got a Halo 5 sword, which looks weird, but that's how they would look in Halo 5. And then a hatchet, which I thought was really cool. And then I got 3 energy swords because they're so hard to find. And this might be the best one that I've ever seen Brick Tactical make, because this is like the right color, this is the right shape, this is the right size. They just look perfect, and I'll even show you how they look with an Elite because I'm nice like that. They really, really hit the nail on the head for this one, for this design. They've had like 3 or 4 or even 5 different designs of energy swords by now. I think this is the best one by far. I love the color, I love the length. It just looks so good. And they're not too sharp, they won't like pierce your skin. I mean, if you try hard, you might, but, you know. Like the other ones, they were a little bit too short. Like they went like maybe that far. And this one is like all the way out to here. This is way more accurate to like how they are in the game, I think. So really, really happy with these. And that is all of the accessories I got from Brick Fair. Now I will put these back in the bag, actually. Hold on, because I don't want to lose anything. These very tiny parts and pieces. I'm cool having, like, you know, minifigures out and stuff, but when it comes to tiny, tiny accessories, I get worried I'm going to lose those, especially these cool little drinks. So, happy to show you guys, of course, but I just don't want to lose anything ever, because I would never, ever, ever forgive myself. I'd be so mad at myself forever. Okay, so now we're going on to figures. Okay, this is what you've all been waiting for. Still, I'm going to start with the least crazy to the most crazy, ending with the craziest stuff ever. So, here we go. Woo! All of these figures I got through mostly trades, maybe a little bit of cash here and there, but mostly just trading. Like, for example, this MODOK, I gotta take the little stickers off. This MODOK is in mint condition, and all I did was trade a Miles Morales for him. I traded the Miles Morales with the hood to get him. Thought that was a great deal. I just didn't have MODOK yet. I know he's ridiculous and super lolsy, but figured, hey, why not? He's totally authentic. I don't even know how you would get the Lego logo in there, but Lego did. It's all the way deep in there. I don't know if you can even see it, but trust me, it is there. I did find it when I had better light. And I was like, how the crap did they even do that? They did. And it was awesome. It's just such a lolsy character, a lolsy figure. So, yeah, it's fun to have him in the collection. I also got Alfred from the Lego Batman movie. I couldn't believe I didn't have Alfred. I didn't even have any Alfred in my entire collection. I was like, what is wrong with me? I get so sidetracked, you know, by all these other characters. I just forget some of those basic ones. I was like kicking myself. I was like, why don't I have an Alfred, any Alfred in my entire collection? So now I have this one. And I think he's one of the best ones they made, actually. Maybe one of these days I'll try to get the original Alfred from like 2006, but not yet. He's usually kind of pricey, like $40. What isn't $40 is this guy. This is the new Mandalorian jetpack dudes. I traded like something pretty little for him. Not that much. Like, oh, I gave him like an Iron Spider for this figure. This Iron Spider that I traded for him wasn't even like complete. He didn't have the arms. It was just the figure. And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll still take it. So I was happy to get this guy. Now I don't have to buy the battle pack, so that was cool. That saved me $20. I got a Kate Bishop. I traded for her to get her. I didn't have this CMF. She came with her bow, the doggy, and the little pizza box. Great figure. I just didn't have her, and I was like, hey, I should grab her. So I did a little trade for her. I think it was like it was a Star-Lord that I gave for her. This is a regular Star-Lord from like, I don't know, one of the more common ones, the little battle pack. It wasn't even that expensive. I also got Robert Redford here for $12, as you can see. This is from the Avengers Tower set, and I traded for him. I forget what, maybe like some Stormtroopers or something. Wasn't anything crazy. I like this figure. I love Robert Redford, and I'm glad he's in this set. I do wish he was more exclusive, because this torso is from like one of the goblins from the Green Gots Bank set, I think, and his head is from the new Indiana Jones set, I believe. The douchey guy who is with Indiana Jones, Satipo or whatever. Oh no, Belloc. He has the Belloc face. Yeah, that's what he has. Which I guess works fairly well for Robert Redford, but I still wish it was more exclusive. I'm just happy to have him, though, because I love Captain America Winter Soldier a lot. That's like my favorite movie ever, one of them, so it's cool to get him. Here's Peter Pettigrew. I've paid like $5 for him. Pretty cheap, because no one really cares about him. I just wanted to have him because I have like all the other Harry Potter characters. And I even have Peter Pettigrew. I just don't have a new version of him. I have the original from like 2004, but not this one. He's got a pretty decent torso too. Might be helpful for like some customs down the road. I don't remember which set this one came in, but I was just happy to grab one for the collection. All right, moving on to other stuff. Here are some more figures I got. Still saving the best ones for last. I finally got Kelleron Beck, so I didn't have to waste $30 on a battle pack. I traded some, like, I think 2 Stormtroopers and like an AT-AT driver for him. Great figure. I love collecting all the Jedi, and he was one that I really had my eye on for a long time, actually, and I just waited for Brick Fair to finally get him, because I didn't have one yet. I love his torso. I love this like shiny gold metallic printing he has there. It looks really, really nice. So that was awesome. And then I also got Katana for like $15. She's really cheap. I traded more stuff for her, so I got it for free. I just didn't have her. Like I said, I like collecting all the DC villains, and that was just one on my list to check off. Same with Vulture, the MCU Vulture. I have the original Vulture, but I just didn't have the MCU one, and he's like dirt cheap, so I traded like Professor Trelawney from the CMF series to get him. I thought that was a pretty good deal, because, you know, I have like another one of her, and she's super cheap, and he's super cheap, so hey, why not? It works well. And for $4, I was able to get Wasp, a little micro figure of Wasp. And then, different day, I actually got the new version of Ant-Man, so I have Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have them both. He came from the Goliath CMF figure, and a few other sets the Ant-Man did, and I happened to get the Goliath, who had the Ant-Man, so now I have Ant-Man and Wasp. I actually have the original Ant-Man trophy as well, but now I have this new one and Wasp, so I'm very happy to have them both. That is awesome. Okay, now we are getting into crazier territory. Still not quite there, a little bit more. You guys are patient. or you just fast forwarded. I don't know, whichever. I got the new Hera Syndulla, from the new Ghost set. I wanted to get her really badly. I just didn't want to pay for the whole Ghost. She was mainly what I wanted the most, and so I was able to get a good deal for her. Very, very happy I was able to trade for her. She was like $40, so I was happy to get a good trade for this one. And I'll have the other new versions of like Sabine and Ahsoka and Ezra soon with the new Thrawn set coming out. So it'll be cool to have the whole updated crew of Phoenix Squad. I got the Artillery Trooper. Speaking of Phoenix Squad, I traded in Ezra to get him. Just a regular old Ezra to get the Artillery Stormtrooper. I just didn't have this figure, and I was like, it looks cool. I've always liked him. I really like his pauldron and stuff. It's very unique, and like the little the back print is unique. It's just a really cool figure, and I feel like he might be worth something in the future. I think he'll go up in value. Now, the reason why you see Bambi and Dumbo here is because me and Melanie, my girlfriend, I bought the Disney camera set for only $40 off of eBay instead of $100 or $110, whatever it's worth, sealed. I got it used on eBay for $40, so that was a steal, because I really wanted Walt Disney, and it came with all of the set. It was completely complete except for these two figures. So when we were at Brick Fair, we were like, oh crap, look, they have the last two figures we need to complete the whole set. So I was like, okay, let's make a deal. I'll pay for one and you pay for the other. They are both $20, so that's what we did. So she paid for Bambi for $20 and I paid for Dumbo for $20. I think this was a smart investment because these are super unique figures and they're super adorable. And they're very, very specially molded and crafted, and they're from like very famous movies. And I just have a good gut feeling that these will be really, really expensive in the future. And having them with the completed set as well, I really have a good feeling about those two. So I'm glad we did that. Okay, you've been patient. Here is the crazy stuff that I got. First of all, it is Queel. I finally got Queel. My gosh, guys. I was trying so hard. This is my biggest objective this year at Brick Fair, to find Queel. And what I did was I traded a Mark 64 Iron Man in $20 to get Queel. That's the Iron Man from the Visual Dictionary. I had a spare one of those, and I was able to trade him for Queel. That was an insanely good deal. And I love this figure. I've been dying to get him forever. I was holding off so long to get Queel because I kept thinking, oh, he's a famous character. He's in almost every episode of Season 1. Of course he'll be in a second set. I'll just grab the Micro Fighter he comes in. That'll probably be like a Queel and Blurg Micro Fighter, and I'll just pay for that. Guess what? It didn't happen. Unlike for this guy, when it did. I was hoping the same thing would happen with Queel, but no, they didn't decide to do that. They wanted to be assholes and just keep Queel exclusive to the UCS Razor Crest. So I was like, well, crap, I guess I had to go get him. Super expensive, so finally found him this year. I was trying to get him last year, actually, but it was a tie between him versus Quarry, and I was only going to get one or the other. And I swore to myself I would get whichever the next year, but I figured there were a lot more Queels than there were Quarries, and I'm really glad I made that call because guess what? Here's a secret. Quarry now, he was $60 last year. Now he's like 80, maybe even 100, depending on the seller. He's like really gone up in value. So I was really smart to get Quarry last year for much cheaper than he is this year, whereas Queel is still about 60, maybe a little bit less. He's actually selling $40, so pretty happy I got him finally now. Next big crazy fig is Captain Rex. This is the old Captain Rex. As you can see, I spent $60 to get him, which is a lot. It is a lot, but you know, I love Rex. We all love Rex. We all want Rex. I'm gonna try to get this sticker off. And now I have every single version of Captain Rex ever made, ever, which is really cool to say. I have the Phase 1, I have the Phase 2 from 2013, I have the new Phase 2 from the Micro Fighter, And now oh, and I also have the Endor version of Commander Rex, which people also say is a version of Captain Rex, from Endor from the Tidarium. He's about a $40, $50 figure, and now I have the old Rex. Oh wow, that sticker residue is still on his leg. Luckily, it's not an exclusive print, so I'm not as upset, but wow, that is super sticky. Sorry, I have to wipe this off, because that makes me feel bad. Alright, I'll have to do more wiping later. Wow, that is horrible. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. That's better than it was. Better than it was. Luckily, like I said, luckily it's not exclusive, so it's just gray legs. It's the torso and the head that's so expensive and cool. I was actually even thinking of maybe doing a custom for this figure. I might make like an improved Captain Rex, and I'll show you guys how to do that. Hint, hint, it'll probably have to do with this Captain Rex's arms. Because he should have these arms, shouldn't he? It'd be way cooler. So, and it'll probably give him better legs too. But I love this figure. I love Captain Rex. I'm so glad I was able to get him. I would love to get Commander Gregor at some point and Commander Wolf, the old versions of them too. But that won't be anytime soon, probably, because they're all each probably about easily $60 to $100. So we'll see. We'll see what time will tell and go from there. But I'm really glad I was able to get Rex. Rex is obviously the best of the three. You gotta get Rex. He's the coolest one. Okay, second to last in the home stretch. I really am saving the best for last. So this is a crazy one. This is Embo. As you can see, $85 for him. Let's hope we have better luck with our stickers this time, because I'll be pissed off if this has residue. Nope, we're good. We are clean. Clean as a jelly bean. So this is Embo. Wanted to get him because I wanted to kind of collect all the bounty hunters. As you can see, he is authentic. Came with the little pauldrons. It's cool little legs. Let me try to get these off. There we go. I can show you it's all authentic. I think he came out in like, what, 2009? 2010 maybe? Yeah. He's a really, really cool figure. I always liked him in the TV show. I always thought he was a cool character. And on eBay, it's so hard to find one with all the pieces, especially with this little hat. This little hat is so hard to find. Like it's just wild how hard it is for people to find this hat. What is this thing? Is that a part of it? I don't know. Maybe it is. But yeah, like this hat by itself is like easily like a $50 Lego piece. It's just crazy. You can see it's got the little designs on it, the number, the serial number, and it says Lego, so it's very real. It's really nice print too. It's not like chipped or anything. It's not cracked. Really good condition. Here's the head. Very nice. Very, very cool figure. Really happy to have him in the collection. And complete those bounty hunters, you know? Because I think I might now have every bounty hunter ever made. Maybe every character, maybe not every version of every bounty hunter ever, but I have every bounty hunter. So it's very cool to have him. Very, very glad. I get a lot of trading for him. I gave like 10 or 12 figures just to get him. But that ain't nothing compared to this guy. Last but not least, Spider-Man 2099 for $120. But for me, it was free. It was free because I did that much trading to get him. Like 2 ginormous bags of figures, $38 worth of figures. Oh, 38 figures. Way more than $38, trust me. 38 figures I traded to get this Spider-Man 2099. Time will tell if I got ripped off or not. Time will tell if he got ripped off or not. I don't know. But I kind of feel like at this moment I got ripped off a little bit because I gave him a lot of really good figures to get him. But I also gave him a lot of crappy figures to get him. In that bag, there was like a Valzad Superman. There was a 25th anniversary Darth Maul. There was some other, like, what else? Like, so Stormtroopers, which isn't that much. But there was like a Gamora from the original Gamora from 2014. Some Spider-Mans, tons of other stuff. And, you know, some of it is worth a lot, some of it isn't. But I don't know if it was equal to this. I don't know if he got the better deal or if I did. I do know for a fact that this guy goes for anywhere between, you know, 70 to, as you can see, 120 to maybe even more than 120. So I think I'm pretty happy that I just have him anyway. I'm just glad that I got him. And it's pretty crazy to me that I was able to get both him and Scarlet Spider, like, within a few days of each other from different sellers for both just trades. Not even buying. No money here, guys. No money was spent on either of these. It was only trades. So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty insane that I was able to get both of these guys from different sellers just via trading minifigures. That, I believe, is going to do it for this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you dig this. I'm just showing you the SL Authentic because it's like fun to do that. And that is going to do it for this video. Here is the whole haul in its entirety. All the figures. Here's like the bag of accessories. All the figures ever. And then the sets. Oh, I also got these little things. I got like these magazines and like business cards and a sticker. That's really interesting though. All the interesting stuff is here. So that is gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you had a blast looking at all my stuff. Alright. Head on a spike. Out.